Joined now by Nick Emmanwori, safety safety, nickel, moving around, backers sometimes, rushing off the edge, man, just doing a little bit of everything, man. And over the weeks, it's been kind of fun to see you do different things, man. They're really opening up the playbook for you. How you feeling about that?
Feeling good about that, man. As the weeks go on, learning more stuff and just figuring myself out, figuring out this defense and figuring out how the NFL works. So.
You play like a veteran, man. Was it difficult to come in? I mean, the speed, when did you feel like you were up to speed? Because it looked like right away, to my eyes.
Yeah, I appreciate that. But, yeah, it was a little difficult coming in as far as, like, just transitioning to the NFL game as far as, like, how things work and the schemes and just the defense and, like, learning what to do. But I think from a physical standpoint and a mental standpoint, I wasn't that far behind. So I got some great coaches here, great vets. We got a great room. So it was like when you got great people around you, it's easier to develop, and it just made my process even better.
He answers questions like a vet, too.
Yeah. Well, I remember we interviewed you early in the season, and you said something that stayed with me. And I was like, oh, man, have you had your moment yet? And you was like, essentially said, no, they got to worry about me. Like, I ain't worried about them. You got to worry about me. So now when I watch you play, I try to get that mentality. Like, that's the way he's thinking when he's on that football film. And it shines. You can see that stuff, man. What was it like going up against a good tight end in McBride last week? That was a fun matchup.
Yeah, that was a cool matchup, man. I missed him the first game, and I knew coming up to this game I was going to be relied on heavily as well as the whole secondary too. But I knew that was my matchup all week in practice. That was 3 versus 85. Whatever matchup coverage you had, it was you on 85. So I was excited for that matchup. And I think I did well. Held my own. Made a lot of plays against him, but he a good tight end, so I give him his respect. But
he don't say nothing either, huh?
Yeah, he wasn't really talking that much. I don't think he really could have had room to talk. With the way the game was going, but he wasn't really talking on film. He was a little, but I was expecting a little bit more, but I didn't really get that.
Yeah.
So.
Are you a talker on the field?
I try to be, but like sometimes when the games is like I don't try to be, but like if the moment's there, I'll say a little something, let them know I'm here, whatever. But sometimes I be too tuned into the game, and it's like it's so much going on. It's like I ain't got time. But whenever I get my chance to, I'll let somebody know.
We interviewed a guy earlier today. We're gonna play his interview, and he said one of the reasons why the Hawks aren't getting a lot of attention, but now y'all are, was because the bravado is different, always Legion of Boom. And I told him, I go, are you watching the same film I'm watching? Because y'all are making plays out there and playing with passion. And I think that week by week, I'm seeing more and more of that.
Yeah, that's great. I think, like people just kind of get caught up in nostalgia a little bit. Like that Legion of Boom era was great. And they one of the best defenses ever. But, if you watch our tape, man, I think we playing great ball on offense, defense, but especially on defense, man, I think we, and to this day, I don't think we all been out there at the same time healthy. We still missing Julian. Todd's doing a great job, but, we still missing some pieces here and there. But we're finally starting to click as a defense as far as, like, disrupting the whole game. We've been doing that all season. But, it's starting to click. And even our depth, we got a lot of depth pieces. But I think we're doing a great job as a defense. And we've been putting the league on notice every week. So.
Yep.
Nick, we talked to you right after you got drafted, and I asked you a question. Would you rather have a takeaway or would you rather have a big hit? And he wisely answered, if it's the Niners, I want a big hit. And we got so many texts from people. They're like, this is my new favorite Seahawk. They love you for that. But seriously, I mean, taking the ball away, I mean, it's the whole point of playing defense is that's probably, number one, right?
Yeah.
Sack or a pick over a sack.
Pick over a sack,
yeah.
Pick over a sack, especially, being a DB. I like, growing up, I first started off playing corner, play safety. Like, sacks are cool. I love getting sacks. Like, that's fun, disrupting the game. But, like, getting a pick is, like, it's a little bit more like, it's a great feeling behind that, especially pick sixes and stuff. So that'll be coming real soon. Hopefully just speaking it into existence. It'll be coming, definitely looking to get some pick sixes and get some more takeaways in the secondary.
I do a game preview for the Hawks every week, and I'm going to spoil it. But one of my keys to this game are just you against the tight ends. They line up in 13 most in the NFL for y'all listening to this, 3 tight ends, one running back. And they run out of it, but they also throw out of it. What kind of challenges do you think they present this week?
I think we got to, just like how they do different stuff, how different personnel, we can do the same stuff out nickel personnel and stuff. Like, me playing nickel, it kind of just changes kind of like our whole dynamic of the defense. Like, it just gives us more room to move around freely, and we can have, like, it's just a different dynamic. Like, teams try to get out of nickel because you can't really stop the run in nickel, but with me at nickel, you can stop the run, you can guard tight ends, you can do a little bit of everything. So I think it gives them a dynamic to kind of try to look how can they attack us and how can they get around us more than how can we, how am I going to look to stop them?
Right.
That's kind of like how I always think. So best way to put it.
Yep.
Who's a vet that's really given you a lot of information and helped you out a little bit? Who do you sort of rely on? Probably a lot of guys, but who do you hear from the most? Who do you talk to the most?
I'd probably say Kobe Bryant. If I had to single out one dude, but our room it's hard to kind of single out one dude because our room is like genuinely filled with a lot of vets. Like you got Rick Willen, Spoon, you got Julian Love, Kobe. And so it's like Shaq. So it's like we got a room full of vets and like older dudes. But I'll say like more one-on-one time, I sit right beside Kobe in the meeting room. So me and him have a little bit more like intimate conversations about what we're watching and stuff.
Yeah.
So you played in the SEC, obviously. How do the 12s compare to the noise of the crowds in the SEC?
Yeah, I think it's like probably a lot of stadium I played in as far as like actual down-to-down noise and stuff. SEC got a lot of great stadiums, super loud. A lot of people like mentioned Tennessee, even South Carolina, great stadium. But a lot of people said the NFL stadiums and the fans weren't really that loud and stuff. But Seattle, I've never heard that about like any Seattle team or like. Said the Seattle fans, they go crazy. So when I went up here, like all the guys was telling me, like, wait till you get in there for a home game, like you'll see for real. So I didn't really believe him until I actually got in there, and it was like we really couldn't hear the dude beside you. So I think it's an advantage for us, though. Being that loud obviously helps us out, and it's just great to have that atmosphere because not a lot of NFL teams got that atmosphere as far as like fans coming to the game and stuff. So I think that's great. I enjoy it.
It's because of you guys, because you guys are giving them something to be hyped about. There were a couple years here where it was loud, but not what it used to be. So that's a tip to cap to y'all, man.
So.
Yeah. Take us back to draft day. A lot of people thought the Seahawks were going to take you in the first round, and were you expecting? And how did that go down?
Yeah, that draft it was kind of like it was like a weird, I won't say weird, but it was like an odd time, kind of like trying to figure out where I was going because a lot of teams had me going as early as maybe 13 through the whole first round. So I had no idea where I was really going. But the team I thought I was either going to go 17 to the Bengals or 18 to the Seahawks right there. So, and then a lot of teams in the back, maybe back 5 or 6 picks like the Commanders, Ravens, the Chiefs, Bills. I was pretty sure like one of those teams are going to come pick me up. But so when I didn't go in the first round, I was kind of like really kind of confused, shocked, especially looking at the next pick. I didn't see Seattle in like the early second round, so I had no idea where I was going. So when they came up and traded me, I was kind of like confused on like who was actually on the phone and calling, which is the craziest story. So like if you like really watch the interview, the draft call, it was like I had no idea who was really on the phone or like what team was calling me because I knew Seattle picked like later in the second, and it was like a whole bunch of different teams I never really even spoke to. So my draft day was crazy, but glad it worked out though.
Hey, it was working out great.
We are too.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking time out of your day, and we'll talk to you soon.
So appreciate you guys.
All right.